Hi, and welcome to The Mark You Leave, a podcast where we explore the entrepreneur's journey. My name is Alex Mejias with James River Law, and we're excited to get this thing started. This is our first episode. We're going to kind of be introducing the podcast itself, what we're going to be talking about, who we are, and why we're doing this. But thank you so much, first of all, for checking out what we're doing, for listening or watching. And we hope that this podcast will provide a lot of information for you. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a creative, if you're an athlete, if you're looking to build a brand or a business, and to leave an impactful legacy for the folks that you care about the most. To get started, my name is Alex Mejias. I am the founder and managing attorney here at James River Law. I've been practicing law for about 12 years, started James River Law 6 years ago, really to focus on serving entrepreneurs. And I started off focused on technology. I myself have a background in music, and so I was excited to be able to work with musicians who are my friends. It was really kind of how I first started practicing entertainment law, doing contracts for friends who were producers or musicians, and also had the privilege of managing a couple of bands, and so was able to be involved in the music industry for a while before I started practicing law. And I was also a drummer, which we're not going to really talk about too much right now, but we might get into that some other time. But our firm focuses on business formation, business contracts, intellectual property, estate planning, and a big part of our practice, and the majority of our practice really is working with entrepreneurs to kind of help them to get started, to also help them exit their businesses or buy new businesses, and then help them to leave a legacy through estate plans. So we are really excited, and I'm personally excited to start this podcast with my colleagues here who I'll introduce in just a second. But really my passion and my background is helping entrepreneurs, creatives, and athletes achieve their goals. And so I'm excited to be doing that, and really excited to kind of get this podcast started. So I'll turn it over now to my colleagues to kind of introduce themselves. So Tariq, do you want to go first?
Sure. I am Tariq. I have been with the firm for about 5 years now, almost. I met Alex about 6 years ago. I am a paralegal and a project manager at the firm. So if you call us, if you reach out through the website, I'll usually be the first person that you'll get in contact with. I am a musician as well, which is how Alex and I kind of connected initially. So I'm really interested in our entertainment side of the practice as well as trademarks and things like that. But it's cool to talk about estate planning as well because I don't really have those conversations in my everyday life. So yeah, that is me, but I will pass it over to Bree.
And I'm Brianna Allen. I always say call me Bree, though. My background is primarily in like estate planning and then estate administration and a little bit of business planning, but been learning a little bit more as I've joined the firm. I just started with James River Law about, 3 months ago now, and I have been loving it. So I've kind of seen the estate planning as well as, like I said, the estate administration. So how things can go wrong on the back end if you're not planning accordingly or having those conversations during your lifetime. So I just think that it's so important to get this information. And that's why I'm really excited to get started with this podcast to make it more available for people who just aren't aware of how important it is.
That's great. Thanks so much, Bree. Yeah, and I was so excited for Bree to join the team because we, as we started the firm, we didn't really start off doing estate planning, but we realized that it is a big part of people's lives, and we wanted to be able to help them with that. And I think that for a lot of business owners and creatives and athletes, it is a really important part of being a business owner is having a plan for your family, because the businesses that we are working on are our main source of wealth. There are the things that we spend our lives working on and we sacrifice for, that our families sacrifice for. And so we really want our clients to be able to leave that legacy, to leave that wealth that they've created to their families. And we've seen, unfortunately, sometimes we've seen stories where a lack of estate planning has left their families of entrepreneurs or creatives in a really bad spot. And so we really want to be able to connect the dots really from the beginning of the journey all the way to the end. And so that's what we're going to be talking about on this podcast is, not only how can you get started well, how can you lay a solid foundation for your business and make sure that you're growing in a way that is smart, but how can you also be kind of thinking with the end in mind and thinking about how you can make sure that your loved ones are actually reaping the benefit of all of your hard work. And so we really want to do our best to tell stories, to try to explain what we do at our firm and how that connects to this, to really provide anyone who's watching or listening to this with a really strong level of knowledge so that they would know how they can best structure their own businesses, structure their own estate plans, and really leave that legacy for their family. So we're really excited about this. We're going to be talking not just about estate planning. We'll probably start there, but we will also be talking about different types of business entity structures. We'll talk about trademarks, what that is and why they're important. We'll talk a little bit about contracts probably. We'll talk about how you buy a business, how you sell a business. We'll also be talking about succession planning, which is actually related to estate planning, but it's more about how do you exit a business or hand a business off to either a key employee or to a partner or someone else. And all of those issues kind of really pertain to the life cycle of a business and of the entrepreneur's journey. And so we're going to be covering a range of topics. We're also going to be talking to entrepreneurs, some of our clients, maybe some folks that aren't our clients. We're going to talk to them about their stories. And I'm really excited about that because I feel like that will give us a chance to hear all of the different types of challenges, but also strategies for overcoming those challenges. And I'm really hoping that content in particular will be helpful because I do think that a lot of people, when you start a business, there are so many unknowns. You just don't know what you're doing at all. And I was in that position, when I started this business. And so I've been learning, and you all have been along for me with the ride, breed, not as long, but Tariq, you certainly know that we've made mistakes.
Yeah.
And we've had to learn how to do things and how to build systems. And so in a lot of ways, we're doing this as well. Mm-hmm. And we're kind of at the beginning, even though it's been 6 years, we're still it feels like we're still kind of at the beginning of this journey ourselves. So I'm really excited to kind of gain some wisdom from some people that have maybe been doing this a little bit longer. And also people who haven't been doing it quite as long, but who have found success. So I'm really excited because we have a lot of different clients and a lot of different verticals. Like we have folks that might own a restaurant, people that are running plumbing businesses. We have people that are athletes. We have people that are musicians, producers, and really everything in between. And so we're really hoping that this podcast and this video series is something that is not just informational, but is also kind of entertaining and interesting. So that's what we're going to be doing. Really excited. I hope that you'll join us. I hope that you will obviously like and subscribe, do all the things that you're supposed to do. And we'll kind of continue to be putting this content out, hopefully on a weekly-ish basis. I don't know. We'll see, hopefully. But that's what this is going to be about. And so looking forward to that. And I think we're ready to go. Are we ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get started.
All right. We'll talk to you all soon. Thanks so much.